All right, everyone. Okay, just answer a quick question. All right, now now should all be able to hear me. Hello and welcome everyone to the second Pictionary Spoiler Log Race. The commentators today: Two Doors, Engel, and NineWholeGrains. I'm gonna start the race.
Well, first off, I just like to say congratulations, Hell Knight, for your 6th place win, and I believe you said that was your personal best in a standard race setting. Congratulations once again, 6th place, amazing. Today we have Pictionary Zooter. As you can see by the wonderful drawings from Tiris and Lex on our stream here. Tell us a little bit about Pictionary Zooter here, Nine and Engel.
Well, I can't. I was gonna say I can tell you all about Commentary Zooter, but I think we're gonna be talking Pictionary Zooter today, and for that, I think Engel might be a little bit better.
No. Us, the commentators, are going to tell them what to draw, and then
Ooh,
that's not how it works.
like this.
We got our two teams. You've got your runner, your drawer. The drawer is gonna get the spoiler log, a few minutes early to kind of look it over, try and route some early things in, and they're gonna have to draw everything. You want your runner to go to the Deku Tree, you gotta draw it. You want him to go to Bombchu Bowling, you better draw some angry Bombchus.
And the thing that's really the thing that's really fun about it too is so often late in seeds, the runners will still have 1 or 2 hearts. Like if it's not out of the way to grab a double defense or maybe 1 heart container, you might see it. But turns out when you aren't doing all the miscellaneous checks, you get to Ganon with 3 hearts, and everything suddenly becomes a little more tense.
I've done only one Pictionary Zooter, and I was the runner, and the drawer forgot to let me grab the double defense that was right next to a check I was doing, so that was a little unfortunate.
I have done 2 commentary, dang it, Tudos. Now you 2 Pictionary Zooters. 1 as the runner, 1 as the drawer. When I was the runner, my drawer led me to 2 ice traps, so we definitely lost that race. But it's something that you never really, you never think of how hard it is to convey some of these checks just based on their words until you actually have to put pen to paper or mouse to screen, as the case may be. Some of these checks are very difficult to convey.
It's a little easier for dungeon checks because people have just been drawing like maps and whatnot, but for overworld checks, it can be a little bit more difficult to try to get your runner to go someplace. Like for instance, it's a little bit hard to draw Dodongo's cavern, but I was able to finally figure out where my drawer wanted me to go when he drew a cave with a heart container over it. So at that point, I'm like, oh, that's where you want me to go. It would have been funny if he had drew King Dodongo's head on the cave or something. That would have been great.
I remember Deku Theater was one that tripped us up a lot. I think I ended up just drawing a bunch of scrubs and then some music notes and them looking like they're dancing, and eventually that was enough, but it's not easy.
And we've got some extra fun settings for this race since it's, a little bit easier when you have a spoiler log, even if someone's drawing it. We got Cow Sanity, All Token Sanity, and Affordable Scrubs, I believe, as some little extras thrown in there. So yeah, hopefully again we can get some interesting spots off of that. I know that the last time we did this, we had the one skull way up in Zora's Fountain as adult. They had to go draw that and get out there, so could add some unique spots we don't normally get to.
Dude, that Skull and Zora's Fountain's pretty crazy to get to.
I'd say that's up there for the least gotten in all of people who go through vanilla. I feel like that's got to be one of the most missed skull tokens of all of them. Because why would you be there? It's
What
so
are some of
sadistic.
what are the most hard to get skulls in the game? That one, probably the one in the horseback archery range is probably one that's almost never gotten. There's one in one of the Bommel pits in Hyrule Field. Trying to think of some other fun ones, but seeing that I do baby settings for Zooters and turn all the skulls off except for 30, 20, and 10, it's hard to say. Yeah,
It's okay.
Child Deathbound Crater, that's a hard one to get.
People are already pointing out that Tiras here has already drawn a very lovely ice keys. So, I mean, if this is the level of artistry we can expect, I think that this is going to be good. Not some of the hieroglyphics that our group has seen in the past when we try to do this.
I would love to show the stream Killy's drawings. They're something. Tiras is an emote artist. Oh boy.
All right, this is.
but it's not how you draw. It's not about the quality of the drawings. It's how you convey where you want them to go. That's what matters in Pictionary.
It is, and I think there's a lot to be said for the early routing here, because it's one thing to know that you're going to be drawing. It's another thing to know that you have to come up with a good route for your partner, especially in the early game, because I don't know, there's a lot of things that I feel like you can waste a ton of time in, like the Sphere 0 and Sphere 1 checks if you don't properly route it.
For sure, and you have to be really careful looking at the spoilers too, even because the playthrough, of course, will give you a way to beat the seed, but oftentimes it's certainly not going to be the fastest. So you want to kind of look at the raw spoiler and other things to try and say, do we really need to go all the way to, whatever, Stone Shadow Bongo for iron boots, or can we get gold scale instead? Things of that nature. So it's a lot more than being just able to draw well. You still have to be able to really route out the spoiler well. See what happens with that. And Chimp demanding more fire snack. I agree. I would love to see more drawings of that nature. Hopefully we will be in fire again.
I think I remember last time Trogdor, the Burninator, was drawn to try to represent the river chest.
Yeah, we had the interesting thing last time where no one could figure out what exactly the spoiler log even meant for where the one boss key was. So we got some fun drawings and then some confused runners.
All Knight's gonna get us something, I think.
Oh, excellent. More resources.
Yeah, so settings, Season 3, weekly, added in all token sanity, cow sanity, and affordable scrub sanity.
And do we know, is it 15 minutes that they get to look at the spoiler log?
I believe that's what we're having. That's what we had the last time. Yep, 15.
Man, that goes by really, really fast, too. When you're trying suddenly to route out an entire seed, 15 minutes goes by awfully quick.
Yeah, so again, we should be starting this soon here. Just giving the drawers the 15 minutes to look over the spoilers a little bit, figure out the early route, what they're gonna, draw our runners towards.
I believe Link's House Cow is on. Cow Sanity is a setting that they're using.
That's brutal. Yeah, you could really craft a pretty sadistic seed with these settings if you wanted to. And it would still go sub 3 because we have the spoiler log. I believe that Worst Scrub is on, Bitsy. I believe. We were talking about some of the scrubs earlier, and I don't think that any of them were listed as off.
Yeah, it's on. We are, I think, only excluding the Mask of Truth is the only turned off check.
Oh, perfect. We have both of the... Okay.
What a beautiful Triforce.
It's important. Got to be able to draw the end goal.
No, it doesn't do much for like the competitive Zooter scene, but I do like the new file selection screen for version 6.0 of OOT Rando. It's very pretty.
It is, and I think it's another step towards, the approachability of it as a whole. I know that's always one of the great battles when adjusting settings and making changes and whatnot, is how to keep things fresh for the more experienced runners, but also keep newer players potentially engaged. And I think this is a good step in that direction.
Yeah, and especially for like the casual players who will like do these over multiple days, that's going to be extremely helpful. I wonder if we... All right, looks like there's like 2 minutes on the time. So we're gonna be starting very shortly.
All right. Well, since we have a moment, let's get a prediction or two out here. What do we think is going to be the worst check that the runners have to do? Anything.
I'm gonna say the child scrub in Death Mountain Crater.
All right. Engel?
Let's get some cows in there. Like Gerudo Valley cow is gonna be something important. Bookshop maybe.
Well, you took mine. I was gonna say it was gonna be a cow that was out of the way, and I guess I'll go ahead and say, since we've got a scrub and we've got a cow, I'll just go ahead and say that it is gonna be the lovely Zora's Fountain token. That's where it's gonna. Actually, no, Deep Ice Cavern. Deep Ice Cavern token's gonna have our go mode item.
Deep Ice Cavern is the call by Nine, and maybe that will be it. I think Nine just wants to see people going to Ice Cavern today. It's his house.
I'm unabashedly in favor of that.
All right, we are about to go here. About a couple more seconds, and we're off.
All right.
I believe this starts at Season 3 settings, so no random start location.
Yeah. Looks like we're getting some Mido's house drawing immediately. Big surprise there.
All right, well, we got sticks. And we can see already like the difference of quality in drawings here. On the right side here, Slingats and Lex aren't being entirely obvious what to check in Mido's house, so they just checked all of them.
It looks like we're gonna have a gold rupee up here on the sword chest, some quick money for our runners.
And based on that, it looks like the immediate call is Deku, and now pointing to which of the chests that they'll need to grab in Deku. Looks like it's going to be the higher one. Very nice. Very cleanly circled.
Oh, even telling us it's a bottle with a letter in it. So, 9, maybe we're going to get that Ice Cavern play.
Oh, man. A Sphere 0 or Sphere 1 bottle. It's so tempting. So tempting every time. On the other side, we have Buy a Shield. I was able to interpret that one.
And what is this?
Maybe indicating grab the 3 skulls. I'm trying to guess what those X's are.
I think that's a tree. I think that might be the Deku tree, but it's hard to say.
Oh, here we go.
Well, it looks like they are going to that side. This team didn't get validated going to Deku tree. It doesn't look like, besides that little drawing at the bottom, that Deku tree is the place it should go, but they figured it out. They're going to be getting Rudo's letter. And as we can see on the side of Pepagahans, I think is the way we're saying that, is ZL holds us, is that Nocturne? Is that Nocturne or Song of Storms?
That's got to be Song of Storms. I think the color choice was just a different color. But yeah, that's got to be Song of
You know, nice
You know, this is interesting.
Deku
Oh, go
shield
ahead.
in the
Wait a
tree
minute.
right before
What?
the check.
Hold on a second.
Well, see, this is kind of like the way you're reading the spoiler log. If for those 15 minutes at the beginning, they're probably not looking at the specific dungeon. They're probably looking at the playthrough or the Way of the Hero locations for these.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was one of the things that we talked a little bit about is, you know, the playthrough is very rarely, especially with some of the tricks that our runners are capable of, very rarely the quickest way to go about it. And what a... Okay, that is... Can either of you guys do that B1 setup?
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I was looking at the drawings actually.
Yeah, I'm looking at the drawings. I'm not here for the gameplay.
I'm trying to see if our drawers even want our runners to be finishing this dungeon, because I'm seeing, you know, these drawings that tend to point you to storms and the well. Nothing that really said to actually kill Goma here. So
Yeah, and I mean,
we'll see if this is a
there was
medallion.
They drew a Kokiri. Well, I think it was Pepika Hands drove a Kokiri medallion next to the tree at the beginning. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be an emerald. I'm not sure what didn't get validated is trying to say with that giant skull though.
The green square is what's really throwing me at this point. Okay, whatever the green square is, apparently we don't want it. Is that trying to indicate don't worry about skulls and in Deku Tree? Because Deku Tree is green.
Don't want the green square. Got it.
We're playing Candyland.
Meanwhile, on the side of Pepika Hands here, we got some more song locations being drawn out. I believe that's... What is this here now? Saria Song has Nocturne, and then Lon Lon Ranch has Prelude, I think. I think that's what that is.
Yeah, it looks like Prelude.
The Song of Cat. I like that description, Diesler.
And Anju looking like Boomerang?
Okay.
Guess we're getting some chickens here.
The cat song. I love it.
So, well, I have no idea what's going on and didn't get validated though. So they've drawn a huge circle around what looks like a skull. Then they drew one next to it in a different color crossed out. Now they've drawn one that isn't crossed out but with 3 X's next to it. This is cryptic. I don't know what this means.
Oh man, and not able to break the spider web on the first jump in either. This is rough. Maybe it's just indicating that we'll never need to go to Shadow Temple.
This is definitely interesting. Deku Tree had a medallion. I don't think either drawers indicated that it actually did have a medallion, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what exactly the thought process was for that, but Felix figured it out. They got the medallion. Now, what is this kind of code that's happening on didn't get validated side?
Richard holding a slingshot for us.
Richard is always a good boy.
That's the cutest drawing of Richard I've ever seen.
But yeah, on Lex's side, looks like we got the song layout of what we want to be getting.
I'm glad you figured that out because I thought that was like some cryptic shit going on there.
I mean, it is, but it actually makes sense this time.
Yeah,
I thought that was like... What was that?
Both sides seeming pretty clear they want the runners to straight up just do the 3-song child route. And then it looks like you go adult, get adult Anju, I think is the actual boomerang there. And your windmill
What are you
song.
doing? You died! Why did he try to do that? I think they were trying. Okay, they were trying to get nuts. Clearly, they were trying to get nuts because they didn't have any. At least this is broken open, and they. Okay, there we go. Now they have more nuts. I mean, I would have went for the kill with 1 nut. Let's be honest.
Probably evens out in the end. Okay, so indicating that Minuet is going to be giving.
It looks like ZL to me.
Yep. Already some good stuff to do as adult, it appears. And I believe that earlier there was a windmill gives Minuet as well, so going to be the opportunity for some really nice song collection there in pretty rapid succession.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's not entirely clear. It almost looked like Saria's on the windmill. It could have been like either, I think. But it certainly looks like we've got a very straightforward standard starting route here.
I think Felix messed up the box jump. Haven't had to do that in a while, to be fair.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on the side
Lex.
didn't get validated.
Yeah.
Doma is doing the crawl up the wall of shame.
And actually, it looks like we've got a call to go to Gerudo Valley on the other side, so we will see some divergence. At least I think that's Gerudo Valley behind the waterfall.
I'm confident that's Gerudo Valley.
Mm-hmm. But now it looks like we're going into Kakariko Child Chickens, which
Wasn't it boomerang?
Yeah.
And I can.
this isn't right. This isn't right. This is what I thought. They wanted to go adult Anju, and now they're
Oh, it figured out. He
reaffirming
figured it
it
out right
with
away.
the,
Okay.
yeah. The crossed out chicken was like, no. That was just to tell you it's Anju, but we want adult first.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier. You need to convey what you want. It doesn't matter how well you're drawing. If you're not conveying what you want them to do properly, it's gonna mess up what you want them to do, obviously. So, I guess just gonna finish up the child route here. Can they get to Lon Ranch? Oh wait, no, they didn't. They can make it before night.
Yeah. Well, that actually
already-
kind of brings. Go ahead.
They already had a night cycle. I forgot.
Yeah. One of the other kind of points that this brings up too is when you are drawing these things for your partner, sometimes I wonder if it's more advantageous to convey smaller amounts of information, especially when it's sequences, because I think, from the perspective of the drawer, you drew the go adult little picture earlier. So you'd think that somebody reading it would be able to identify that. But, sometimes you look at something later, you don't see the order they're drawn. You just see a lot of information. So that's one of the other parts too. And I think one of the trickier parts that I've seen or noticed as people have started to play this a little bit more, especially in our own group, is the order that you draw things and how much you draw at once can get really, really cryptic, especially early on when you're trying to route in so many things.
For sure. Like, if you're the runner, you're fighting Goma, you're looking at that. You're not looking at the drawing for, 30 seconds, and suddenly there's like 3 more drawings up there.
And
You
on the
gotta be
right
careful
side,
of the order.
Yeah, and for didn't get validated, they just made a great call here. They're really emphasizing to go to the Gerudo Valley crate. Then to get them to not go to the castle, they just cross out the notes as in don't get the song right now. So very good way to convey that information. We're gonna find out what's in the crate here shortly.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting because this is very, very different ways of routing this early. I mean, it almost, just looking at their drawings, it almost looks like they went the complete opposite way, at least from your more standard Season 3 openings.
Yeah. And Felix there checking the target in the woods on the way through, perhaps wondering, hey, why did you draw me this slingshot? Was it for this? Why do we even bother having it?
Yeah, and I mean at this point that's the only slingshot thing you would need, so I wonder if Child Spirit's going to be in play at one point, and that's the reason why. But they also want to get Boomerang, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think Felix, like, it made sense to check that target because otherwise, kind of didn't need the slingshot. It would seem, but
All right, what's in this crate? Let's find out.
It looks like we've got a dive as well. So
Goodbye, chicken.
goodbye,
Hello,
chicken,
Robert.
indeed.
okay.
Yeah, so interesting, difference in routes here. We'll see if getting those hovers early is going to pay out here, or perhaps waiting until later as adult or something will be faster. But
That's
Now, I think didn't
yeah, it
hit
looks like
Bell,
we're setting
yeah.
up Scarecrow song too.
Very nicely routing that in early on here. Could pay off later on. Oops.
Wow. All of the child dungeons medallions this time.
So we've
Water,
got
Force, and Spirit.
we've got a nice well drawing and then a lovely dead hand drawn there by Tiris.
That looks like Dead Hen has the scale. But interesting enough, Shadow is a stone dungeon and didn't get validated, got the hovers. So are we looking at all dungeons here? Or something is in Shadow at least.
You
Well, it's
know,
Stone
you know the
Shadow.
deal with Stone Shadow. There's
Way the
gonna
hero
be
hint.
something there. And there's our boomerang, so adult Anju.
Tira's doing the impossible, making Dead Hand cute. Look at that adorable Dead
Hey,
Hand.
like someone said, they're an emote artist. You want a cute dead hand emote? There you go.
Okay,
And
so-
I don't think they ever drew to get that song, but for Felix, who doesn't know what's obviously going on in the seed, he wanted to be safe and get it because it takes like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's the important thing too, is like it can become, even one little slip can become so difficult to convey. You start crossing out a ton of stuff to indicate that no, that's not what I wanted it this way, I wanted it a little differently. And we saw even in the last race, Engel, that you commentated, it was really, really close. And then it came down to what, one key in Shadow that really broke that race open?
In part, part of it too came down to that water craziness where it was like which team could figure out what check actually had the boss key. So, a minute here, a minute there could be the deciding factor for sure.
So this looks like that in the Rudo's letter check is the iron boots, and that's why they want to get the scale. But they never drew where the hovers were, so maybe hovers isn't required, or maybe they didn't read the spoiler log properly. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly a lot to read, even with the few minutes you get at the start. We know the playthrough. If you're looking at that, it oftentimes will get, things you don't entirely need or in weird orders sometimes. So it's...
Oh, this is not going to be very fun because now Didn't Get Validated needs to wait another cycle for night here.
Next time with shuffled ocarinas.
That might be fun.
Ooh,
That's
nice
a pretty
setup there.
sweet. Yep, that's a nice setup.
Seeing all the setups come out of Felix today.
That's certainly then my better line up at the end of the wall and pray that you're angled enough to get a jump.
Just eyeball it. How difficult can it be?
And there's that ZL.
So again, interesting on Lex's side. I'm trying to figure out that they've kind of drawn the 3-song child thing, but crossed off the third, saying go adult.
Well, the third is Saria's, yeah? So don't bother with Saria's. Just go adult.
Saria's was Nocturne, so I wonder if they meant... But Laman is definitely the second song you would get normally.
Perhaps
in these
you can
settings
get.
anyway.
Perhaps Minuet is somewhere easy, or
I think Minuet's on this check.
And then we've got.
No, Song of
Strength.
Storms is on this check. So,
Yeah, it looks like they drew Jabu, and Jabu is two things. Looks like the scrub has the hook shot, and then the skull in the water switch room has the strength.
Oh, good stuff. I was not grasping that one.
Yeah, I mean it's. A
Oh,
little...
I just read the chat.
Oh, cheater!
Yeah, see, I'm with Chimp here. I would have seen that sapphire and been thinking like fire, because of how our layout is for dungeons this seed. But perhaps you're right, and then they mean natural Jabu, natural sapphire is where all of this is.
I'm not sure if Felix had to get Song of Time. Like, I don't think it was ever drawn.
I don't think it was drawn either. Perhaps again, just you're here grabbing songs. It's never a terrible play.
All right, so emphasizing on Didn't Get Validated side to become adult right now. So they're gonna do that.
So, and is Jabu just loaded though? Is that Din's on the one before the boss, the skull?
I think so.
What is the seed? Why does Jabu have everything?
And they're feeding him some really weird things, I guess. Holy crap.
Oh, what is this that we have? I mean, I was gonna say that's a fine-looking bird. Bird lady.
I think that's supposed to be Anju, but
It's a chicken. Nice. Okay, now will this be interpreted correctly as the adult one, or again as child and have to correct it?
Well, I think this was one of those where, because the emphasis was already made to become adults, and that as the adult transformation was already started, that was when the drawing got made. So
yeah, perhaps. So again, like you said, to kind of hold off on some drawings and let your runner, progress a little. It helps identify where exactly a check is that you want next.
Can you imagine if that's how big the chickens were in this game?
Like a freaking chocobo, Jesus. And there's a silver skill. It wasn't actually on Dead Hand. It was on the chest before Dead Hand. And I actually didn't figure that out. Felix did, which is what matters. Now, okay, so I don't think it was ever drawn on Pevagahand's side to get the Song of Storms check, but on Didn't Get Validated's side, they're telling them to go there and get it.
I can't tell if that's telling them to go get it or telling them not to do it.
Well, either way, it only takes a couple seconds to do.
Sure. So now that's everything to do Jabu. I wonder if they're just going to have them rush. No, sing Minuet. So forcing them over to get Minuet, it looks like. Well, not Minuet, get ZL. So probably trying to do the same general idea as what we saw on Pepega there. Just going about it a little bit differently.
Mhm. And then it looks like long shot going to be on adult fishing. We got the nice little ocarina saying adult, then fish. Also explains why we want that Scarecrow's song. However, Tiras, again, still not indicating to get the hovers. I would think it would be probably the perfect opportunity here to route that in after beating Jabu. You dive to the lake, you get your song, you run around, get the hovers perhaps, but still not.
It's definitely possible that Tiras is trying to communicate too much too quickly here, and that might end up confusing Felix, but they are ahead, so can't really complain.
Yeah, or perhaps maybe if we have long shot, we just get hovers as an adult.
Oh, yeah. That's a great way to go about it.
Oh, because it looks like we're gonna need storms for the skull on the tent out in
Ooh,
Valley.
That's what that is.
So maybe we do that and then get the hovers.
Yeah,
That
you
could
can
be
do
a
that.
very good route.
Yeah, you could do that in really any order that you wanted to as well. Just pop back in, the bridge is already made, you can walk back across, and then, okay, this is
That's
good.
bomb bag.
Tiras.
It's bomb bag at the skull behind the carpenter tent.
Gonna be like, that's gonna be, what is that, 6-7 items in probably the first 40 minutes, depending on how this Jabu run goes?
I'm just crazy. I don't know. We got a lot of items in Jabba. That's pretty crazy to me. But those skulls add a lot of checks as well as the one scrub.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the eyeball setup. This is my kind of setup. Aww.
Yeah, this really was. I'm still stunned by this routing from Theorist. This is, we talked a little earlier if there was something that hovers were needed for, that maybe going about it that way in a slightly more unconventional way could be, I don't know, it could be a big time save. There could be a lot that you could work in that, but again, it's just stunning that they've managed to cover that too, and really just shows again how big a deal some of those early checks are in getting your teammate through those and conveying that cleanly.
Well, unfortunately, I think Didn't Get Validated kind of gave up on the jump there, and it's gonna go through the maze normally. You see why that reason why we don't normally do this.
All right, so we have a bow in the patch of dirt outside of, well, in Kokiri Forest, outside of, I believe, is that the Know-It-All house?
That's the shop.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The one little bean patch. Yep. So
Yeah, let's get the Castle Garden music going on this stream.
So interesting to draw that in now. Wonder if maybe that's not the bow that the playthrough even suggests, but maybe Tiras had a moment to look at some more things and said, "Hey, we have a free bottle now. We could just hop back over and grab this one."
And that is kind of the advantage to drawing out a lot of things in advance, because it'll let you kind of reanalyze the spoiler log to see what could possibly be better for the runner to do.
Meanwhile, on the other side, a clear indication that the Master Sword is where we're going next. Man, they walk excruciatingly slow.
And yeah, Ghost Strike. I wouldn't be surprised if it is first bow either, but you never know with the playthrough what it decides to actually get.
Game would be a lot more terrifying if more of those moblin enemies were in the game.
Imagine having to fight those on the climb up to Ganon's. He just sticks another maze in and sticks a bunch of those. This time, he doesn't let that pesky scarecrow show up.
Well, definitely still a little terrifying though for our runners here, as we see Felix still on that 3 heart life.
Not sure why they decided to do the bubble room. That was a little interesting. Maybe that was a mistake.
Yeah, a little extra coverage. Of course, the runners don't have the luxury of having a couple other people and a Twitch chat to talk through some of these drawings with. And if you're confident in your ability to get through Jabu, not the end of the world.
What is this? Is the mirror seal on Lab Dive?
Yep. So if you're going down there to get Scarecrow anyway, not too shabby.
The skull in the lab. That's probably another one that not a lot of casual runners know about at all.
Well, the skull is crossed out, so it might be the actual.
Yeah, I think they want, because they have irons. They probably just want them to dive down.
Yeah, they're going to get the irons, and the irons are going to be there. They have to go get them as a kid anyway, so they can pick up the Scarecrow song, and then when they need to come back and grab it later, you can do Lab Dive. And it all fits.
Yeah, it fits really nicely. You get the irons, set your song, go up into Valley as adult, get that bomb bag, jump down, get your shield and your long shot. Although then we're not getting the hovers perhaps, so still unclear if we're going to need those at any point. Now, is this double defense drawing, perhaps? From Lex?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what...
It could just be a heart container.
Could just be a heart container, but... Yeah, is that in this composer's grave chest, perhaps? Saying, hey, if you don't want to be living that low heart life, here's one right on your way.
And I have to imagine after this, the trip is probably going to be The same that we saw from Pepega Hands here.
But doesn't look like we're gonna actually see if this chest is double defense or not.
Meanwhile, Felix showing this stuff again. That's like the third third really cool setup. Who needs to bring a box
And
over?
There's the jinx. Commentator's jinx. We missed the...
Nah, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Well, they're just gonna ignore the chest, I guess. Like, flat out. They're not even gonna go back. It's just over.
And there's our Din's Fire. Which... Yeah, again, like, if we're getting Din's Fire, that makes me think we're gonna need those hovers. So...
Yeah, almost certainly something in shadow at this point.
So I'm curious to see when T-Ris decides to draw in that hover boots check.
I mean, they have long shot. They should just be able to draw it when they get the bomb bag, right? That's probably they're gonna draw that next, I would assume.
Well, I would think maybe you draw to get the long shot and the shield first, then walk up, you know, for the bomb bag and long shot to the crate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As Bitsy said, it could just be for like spirit logic too. Perhaps it's not shadow we need.
And this is a tricky check that's trying to be indicated here. So we already know what Lex is trying to say here, at least we assume, because we've seen this check once before already. It's one of the underwater chests, but there's more than one of those.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I would say it's a good drawing to tell you it's one of the two underwater. Just, you know, you might end up checking the wrong one first, but we're getting a little bit clearer indication or attempt at it.
No cute dead hand though.
I think that's a one of a kind. We're not going to see that too often.
Get that in emote form after the stream. Oh, they're going to the wrong one.
Yeah, thankfully
I mean-
it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. I still don't know what the skulls mean. Is he trying to draw dungeons?
Yeah, coming back the other way. Okay.
Yo, this looks like the eye enemy in Majora's Mask.
We're gonna hope that's Lens of Truth, but
No, it's saying to go into Termina and fight that enemy. All right, now they're gonna do the right chest.
yeah, and this is where it starts to bite a little bit if you're drawing it out one check at a time, because now this puts the runner, I think, in a really tricky position where, like, you see kind of running around, not entirely sure what to do. Maybe coming here and apparently okay. Don't do the boss. Just go ahead and get this chest. We don't know what this is, so... Oh, no, he's going to do the boss.
All right.
I understood it this time. I'm starting to piece it together, and it looks like, okay, we do have it now. So let's see what this is.
It's
a Goron tunic. So
In a low heart run, that's if you're already
Hey.
coming here for a way of the hero item, that's not the
yeah,
worst
if
thing.
we have to
grab.
go into fire for sure.
Meanwhile, on the side of Pepega Hands, we have learned that magic is in DMC underneath that boulder.
Yeah, looks like the boulder at the top.
Look
Easy
at Jamu.
magic. Kingfish.
Oh, we have to unfreeze the king. It's not Lord Jabu Jabu, it's King Jabu Jabu.
It looks like Felix gonna perhaps take a minute to get some bugs so we can get this bow.
Yeah, that's what this looks like. They're just going to come in here and break open a plant for some bugs. There they are.
You have the map chest and ice cavern after that.
It's a beautiful ice cube.
Crush ice.
That's silvers.
So interestingly, we're getting all these for what we know we need, but at the same time, we've also, at least from didn't get validated, been led to fire. So hasn't really been any indication of that from
What is this
Mega
What is this drawing of Link?
Oh, they're trying to. This is the letter in the lake. Check, dive down. The Rudo letter check.
Dive head first into a glass bottle and then get your head stuck.
Oh no, it's that
That's what
one
that
shine
means.
sprite. It's that one shine sprite from Sunshine where Mario becomes really little in Noki Bay and then has to collect 8 red coins inside of a bottle.
Wow, I can't believe they were able to convey that with just this drawing.
Stunning. We're going to Termina, we're going to Delfino. Perfect. But interestingly enough, the nice thing is this does at least allow them to very quickly head to Jabu right afterwards. So, some progress still to be made.
Now, was it child fishing or adult fishing that had the long shot? I think it's adult.
It's adult, definitely. It looks like we're gonna be on team buy a shield with Felix here, saying, "Well, you're not gonna draw me one, so I'm buying it." Even though Mirror Shield is drawn right there, so
All right. Well, buying a shield despite the fact that Mirror Shield is there. That, unfortunately, no being on team never buy a shield for Felix. That's disappointing.
Well, take a look at this. This is kind of interesting. So, am I to interpret that that's Darunia's love? Or is that the heart container on top of Dodongo's cavern? No, because we just saw that. Maybe Darunia's love is the lens of truth? So,
I think this is the heart container on top. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe King Dodongo
Yeah,
has the lens.
yeah, I think it's saying you have to kill the king.
well, we already knew that anyway, because... Because we have to do Dodongo's cavern anyway, so...
Did Sling's Hats get a fish?
Nope.
No. Bye.
Look, it wasn't drawn, so
Whose fault is it really?
Look at the scrub. Look at the scrub. I'm laughing right now.
Not sure what Felix is doing right now.
Link
Checking
just
some
dived right into a
skulls
rock.
with the...
I don't know what Felix is doing either.
Because you have to beat
Maybe
the
going to
dongos,
Ice Cavern? I think he's
but
going to Ice
we
Cavern.
don't have bombs yet, so...
Yeah, this is Ice Cavern for sure.
Perhaps Felix is getting... Again, like, with all these drawings being drawn at once, perhaps, like, getting kind of confused of the ordering here, like, why are you drawing me this King Dodongo thing? I don't have bombs yet. What does that mean? Now ice is like the thing, you know, in the top left, so maybe it's like, is that the thing I do first?
Yeah, this is a little bit of an information overload for Felix, I think. Although at the same time, I feel like he needs to maybe like think about the order that he needs to be doing it versus the order that the drawer wants him to do it in.
Mm-hmm. And for sure, it's fine to pick up the gauntlets here.
Yeah, this is pretty out of the way, and it's going to give you some time to figure out how you want to best go about doing the rest of this. 'Cause it looks like we're going to be adult for a while.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it's not that bad in the end, because it doesn't look like there's anything else out here regardless. So, like, this is a thing you have to do. And, yeah, like you said, this is probably a good idea to just take this time, do an out-of-the-way check, maybe plan out how you want to do the rest of these checks.
Well, and you know that you're going to Water Temple eventually anyway. So, and you know that everything that you need to do Water Temple is going to be coming along as well. So,
And
hey, how about that?
Surprised there's bomb shoes out here. So, if there's enough of those, we might not even need this bomb back.
Maybe it'll be the 20-pack and they got lucky.
Always a good feeling when your first bomb chew is that.
Well, it's a 10, so not bad.
Now, I'm going to be curious to see what Didn't Get Validated does here, because they haven't really drawn much for Jabu besides these two things. And, like, this could possibly interpret it as get all the skulls. Although they did draw the check mark on there, so maybe it won't be as bad to figure that out.
Right, and I think as soon as this one gets picked up, it's going to be immediately erasing it and moving on to something else here. Because I think they've done a pretty good job of interpreting it at this point.
So I think the next set of skulls that they've drawn was the 2 skulls before the mini-boss, and they want him to get to the left skull. Or I guess the one that's closer. And I don't think the other team got it. So I'm not sure what that would be.
And I thought that was Din's.
Well, Din's is on
Din's
the
is
skull.
on the last skull.
Yeah, the skull before the boss, but this drawing would kind of tell
Oh.
you that the 2 that are together.
Well, only one of
For
them's
that.
gold, though. So, if
Oh,
they
yeah,
were both...
well, it's saying maybe get the left one on the area where there's 2 together, but that's not the one at the boss.
Right. That's the other thing, too, that we haven't really talked about, is the spoiler log wording on some of these skulls is not easy. And oftentimes they're ordered differently in the spoiler log than you might expect. I think especially in Forest Temple, I know in one of the runs we did, it called for, we needed the very first skull, but if you're just looking at a temple's run in the spoiler log, it's the skulls are at the bottom. So if you've been trying to map it out way ahead of time and you haven't scrolled down far enough, sometimes you get into that situation. And again, they aren't all named what you would hope they'd be named.
But Rock's saying they've used black skulls to indicate the bosses, so maybe that is just saying skull before the boss, and that maybe that will just be interpreted correctly. And they're drawing Lex, that is getting the bow here, showing the skull.
Those almost look like boots.
All right, how's this sound? Any better?
Yeah, I think it's good on my end.
Okay.
And kind of interesting here, it looks like kind of a mini dungeon pivot is now going back here to grab Bolero. That's been indicated. I don't think that came up until Felix was already a little bit into this dungeon, so...
Yo, Ice Keys party.
Always.
Yeah, so Bolero, not a song you're gonna ever need, so it's not gonna be in the playthrough.
Yeah,
But
it kind of seems like one of those where you write it to the runner and then maybe let them decide for sure. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
Bolero, there are a lot of seeds where I would have loved to have Bolero. And, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, certainly when we know we need to go pick up the magic, that we don't have Minuet either right now, so, you know, just grabbing this song for a little convenience is alright.
So now both of the skulls are circled, so not really sure what this is going to mean for the runner, but I feel like they're going to be getting all the skulls just to make sure.
Yeah.
We were thinking the black skulls just indicate bosses.
Okay, well, we passed those two, so clearly there's some understanding now.
Yeah, I think didn't get validated. Understands. Here, the gold ones indicate actual skulls. The black ones indicate to kill the boss. So,
That's the other piece of Pictionary that's so fun is the period at the start where you're just trying to figure out what in the world any of these things mean. But then, like, once you see a drawing a couple times, suddenly you're like, oh, yeah, you used this last time when you were trying to indicate this. And I guess that's how language is born.
So now there's a really big push from Tiras to try to get Felix to go get the bomb bag now. So I wonder if that's going to happen, or I'm not sure.
well, it looks like it was pointing hook or long shot to bomb bag, saying do that ordering of it, perhaps to.
Yeah, now the
indicate
order's kind of messed up now because they don't have the long shot yet.
We've got a bomb chew.
I guess just saying, hey, if you have the bomb chews, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's the old, I don't know, you found bomb chews and I didn't really, see those, so,
Be
shrug
careful
back.
with them, though. Don't use too many of them. Our magic.
And yeah, we would need the long shot to cross to get the bomb bag, but now it's like, oh, well, guess maybe we don't even need them. So it looks like with the chews, we're just gonna go in, kill the king, get our lens, and maybe see what we need on the treasure chest game here.
Oh, or light arrows. Hey. How about that?
I mean, personally, I would have, if I was drawing, I would tell them to go 132 chance to get the light arrows without the magic or lens, but hey. Whatever floats your boat.
You can only use numbers to draw 1 over 32. That's the only numbers you can use, and it's that fraction.
No. You gotta draw the treasure chest game out, and you have to indicate which chest each time to grab. You have to do the guessing for your runner.
I have not seen this setup to open Dodongo's cavern, the head.
I like
Yeah,
this setup.
It's not the usual one, but it's easy enough.
So we've seen all kinds of wacky setups from Felix. That's the piece of this that's kind of, as we've been laughing at the different drawings in this, is just how many setups and how clean Felix has played this.
Aw, just a little too early with the boomerang there. Nope.
Oh, careful. One heart. Part of the strategy of the quick kill of this boss involves taking a little damage, and now it's looking scary.
The quick kill strats for Baronade are not easy to do if you're not familiar with doing it, so... I believe you'll have a quarter of a heart left if you just roll into him twice here.
The rolling's fine. You have
Oh,
items.
you don't take that much damage. Never mind. Now, what is being drawn over here on Pebica hands?
Looks like we got Wasteland chest.
It does look like Wasteland
that-
chest.
Or is that the graveyard one, actually? Oh, that's the
Oh,
graveyard one.
For double defense.
Yeah. That's the double defense on graveyard that Lex was trying to draw earlier.
Yeah, pretty clearly conveyed Composer's Grave, double defense. The chest itself. Love it.
So the fish, I think we skipped the skull for Dins.
Is he saying that Furores is one of them?
No. Yeah, there was a skull with furores in there, I think.
Oh, is that all?
Oh, I think it's a skull in this.
We're getting that crossed out. This outside
think
one
it's-
is the.
Maybe not.
No, I think maybe missed that he got Dins or figured, okay, Furores isn't really worth it anymore.
I want some to go back to Kiri Forest. I like how there's two. Oh my god. They do little guys next to the tree. There are some good drawings, though.
When
I like 'em.
Serenade from beating Dodongo is getting that Temple of Time check.
Yeah, that wasn't indicated either, so
No, but that's
good on
very,
Felix for double checking.
Yeah, that's very nice to route in, coming straight out to the lake now.
Yeah, and this is becoming very, very. I mean, this is it, right? This is going to be all the items that are needed. It's just going to be a matter of picking up the light arrows. But this trip into the lab and adult fishing is going to give everything that's needed to finish the seed. Yeah.
But the question is, why didn't get validated get hovers in the first place? Because I don't think there's anything that could be in there that you need, right?
I don't know about the
everything.
Goron tunic either. Like, am I missing something right now?
No, it looks like we're gonna be good. We'll beat, like, we get our long shot here. We'll beat water. Obviously we can beat forest.
We already
our
have
mirror
silver.
shield.
That was
Yeah.
mirror, yeah.
The only thing I guess that could be a hang-up is we don't have Requiem. In case, like, boss keys on child side, but...
I feel like that wouldn't be the case, and they would make him get Requiem.
Well, do we know Requiem's location? Possible.
I don't think so.
No, I mean, I guess the potential that it's all dungeons is still on the table because... Oh, yeah, that has to be it, because they led to Dins and... Well, no, because that could have been... Well, no, that's double defense. They don't need that. So, yeah, I think we have to assume that Requiem is...
Oh, we're starting to get some drawings here for these dungeons, and we've got the looks like Central Bow has your boss key for water, so that should be easy.
And it looks like the right hand, which is child's side, is on. Okay, it's on the right hand of the. Okay.
So as long as there's a small key on the first two adult side, I think we'll be good to go here.
Yeah, and this could be I can absolutely see this being easily misread too. Like if you aren't familiar with the names of the keys or of the different checks in Spirit Temple, I can see it being very easy to misinterpret one of those keys not being on adult side. And if that's the case, then suddenly you start to feel really, really bad for didn't get validated. Because I think they've been operating under the assumption that this is all dungeons.
And it looks like we got map chest, small key. So it looks like that's why we picked up the Din's Fire for one of the small keys. But yeah, it looks like Tira still needs to draw a couple small keys to finish this off. And I think that is Song of Time block Skull. Gonna give us first small key. So we will have one on adult side.
That's why you did need Song of Time after all.
I don't think they were led to Song of Time, but maybe that's a... Well, now that they grab Song of Time, I can route this in instead.
Yeah, that's also true.
Meanwhile, is that a shoot the sun from Lex? I'm guessing that it's trying to indicate where the boss key is, since we kind of know that, but that's not terribly easy to identify.
Fire arrows, possibly?
No, I think it's the target for water here to get the boss key. And I think Lex is just kind of drawing some more stuff to point to it.
I never saw that jump to get here.
I'm gonna say that's a lot cooler than it looks when I do it.
A lot more consistent than my align the B button and stand in a specific spot, and then you'll get it.
Yep. Yeah, I think they're interpreting this as shoot the sun, and now because of the frantic circling, they realize that it's actually the temple. So yeah.
Guess we're not getting Mirror Shield. Or the Mirror Shield chest.
Yeah, they have everything they need for it. So lowering the water first. Okay, I'm starting to piece this together.
Shenny, I think the blue dot just means water temple itself.
Yeah,
I think it means medallion.
we had squares earlier for the child dungeons, so now it makes sense that we have circles for the adult dungeons.
Is it too late to join in one of these races? Well, I'm not sure when Hell Knight plans the next one to be, but if you get in the Silver Gauntlets Discord, he usually keeps it up to date when posts when signups will be.
Is there a Discord command for the chat?
Yep,
There you go.
So there's the Discord. Planning to do one about every 2 weeks. So feel free to hop on in and, yeah, join in.
Oh, unfortunately, Sling Axe is going the wrong way.
Yeah, I think that the original
there
drawing
you go.
looked like it was doing the previous room. I completely understand Sling Hats there, trying to figure out exactly what that was.
Water Temple strikes again. You know, it's tough to draw this dungeon and where you want to go, because you got to be like, okay, lower the water. But then you see a chest on the bottom drawn there, so it's like, well, maybe it's bottom thing.
Look at this. We're about to have forest and spirit mapped out before our very eyes.
Yeah, forest getting mapped out nicely here as well. You got the map chest. You got the one in the little well. You got the bow target. You got the bow chest. And I think the blue one is the boss key chest.
Yeah, because it has the little like yellow markings on it. I think it's Bosky. Map chest, the well chest, the eye chest in the maze room, boss key chest, and bow chest. Nice.
And one of the skulls for the last key. Perhaps just the very first skull?
Yeah. Worst case scenario, it doesn't take long to check it.
Sling Axe doesn't know the jump trick, it looks like. Just gonna raise the. Wait, they have hovers though.
Yeah, I was
Why
gonna
are
say they have
doing that?
hovers though, so could have just save put. Yeah, so coming up on this channel Wednesday, gonna be restreaming third season 4 qualifier, PM Eastern.
The qualifiers.
Season 4 started out this weekend. Some interesting seeds, so
Just hearing the reactions of all my friends as the race ended for different ones of them, and it was, man. It's always so cool, though. I mean, the way that all of these different qualifiers and all of these different tournaments have come up to where there's so much fantastic Ocarina of Time randomizer content that comes around, even though, not all of it is the same brand either. So much of it, like this one, of course, is a little bit more on the fun side. There's, of course, been the not duos, teams, co-op. That's it. The co-op that we got to walk through earlier, that was a lot of fun. So it's just always cool to see any community that has a lot of different events and a lot of different styles of events that really do cater to everybody.
oh no, I think I understand everything now about the seed. We got the sad face by Tiris saying Requiem was on all dungeons. So perhaps that was the logical thing. Perhaps why we were picking up some extra things on the other side.
Spirit Temple logic once again.
Nice Morpha kill there without a shield.
Sorry, because we didn't pick up Mirror Shield earlier.
Can we say that didn't get validated as the true winner because our team never buy a shield? Is that something we can claim?
I don't know. See, Tiris drew the cute dead hand, so it's tough to go against that one, you know?
It is. So now I'm wondering why Lex hasn't indicated the Mirror Shield location. That's coming up here pretty quick.
I think maybe
I think it is on the right.
Yeah, I think the right actually is.
So that's not lowering water in the water. Okay, never mind. Yeah, for a second I thought that was lowering the water in the water temple and then indicating that you didn't need to grab the chest inside that room after you lower the water. So, hopefully Sling Hats interprets it better than I did.
But yeah, we got the key
Oh
on
no! Oh no! Bye, Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield, yeah.
That was gonna be a little bit. Now I bet Lex is like trying to frantically think of a way to have him go back there. I mean, you'll just have to do a loop back around, dive into the river to go back to that point. But...
yeah, it's not the end of the world. They don't have Serenade, so it's very fortunate that the next location they're going to is Gerudo Valley.
Yeah, this was certainly an interesting race to have with a spoiler log and Pictionary because it looks like the playthrough overall is a pretty bad thing to follow in this one. that you kind of had to dig through, you know, some extra parts of the spoiler log there to see, like, hey, there's bomb chews out here by the silver gauntlets. We don't need this bomb bag. We can get the serenade song, kind of speed up some warping. We don't need to do all dungeons. And, you know,
Yeah,
Felix
that's
even
the-
kind of stumbled into those bomb chews.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Stumble-
agree. That drawing needs to have upside down Link again. That's clearly why they haven't figured it out over there.
Oh my god, I just looked over all the circles. While Sling Hat's saying, look, it was already circled before. Like, I know it's important, I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think Lex is probably frustrated that we didn't get the mirror shield. This is this is bomb chew bowling all over again. Gotta circle it, draw like, you know, a million things on it saying, please, please, back this way.
There we go. Upside down Link has made an appearance. Link almost dove head first into that bridge.
Yep, and Felix here, just cruising along, 4 hearts, it's all good. Make our way through Spirit, and then on to everyone's favorite dungeon in the game. You love it. It's Forest.
What is happening? Why are they not? Oh no.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
we need some more angry
no.
circles.
Upside down Link didn't work.
I mean,
What's
it
gonna
got him to
happen
it got him to dive, but then
At this point, maybe just draw the lab, like the
Check-
building itself.
yeah, I would something like that. I think this was interpreted as you needed the bomb bag and then go back for this check.
Or it may have been interpreted as you don't need to worry about the crate in Gerudo Valley, just dive in.
Oh, are they going back?
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh. Where are we going?
Are they going to the? Oh no, the Tektite Grotto.
Oh,
no.
that's possible too. Either that or they might be
Oh,
going
man.
back for the crate.
Okay, now we got Link with a little hook shot and a crate
Iron
and some iron boots. Yep.
The iron boots. Okay, the iron boots is a brilliant call here. But the problem is you also have to hook shot over to this chest too. So like this one might not clear up a lot for them. Oh no.
Now, just the giant red axe, like, please, just stop for a minute.
Meanwhile, in Spirit Temple, they're fighting the boss.
Angry circle intensifies.
All right, now what are we getting? We're getting some more water.
Okay, we're gonna jump down again. Yep, alright.
Oh no. Okay, I think okay, this is actually very fortunate.
On the boulder.
The Wombo combo.
That boulder just spawning onto the screen right in the middle of that jump.
And then hit the boulder on the dive, and then hit the boulder again when they found the water. Oh no!
Okay,
well, at least they figured it
we're
out.
here. We're here. We're gonna get it.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, we're gonna check the skull just in case. Maybe. No. Just had to redo it. And we got our mirror shield.
So now, I wonder, maybe they send him to do forest? I'm trying to think of a way to work forest in. I'm trying to think of a way to work the silver gauntlets themselves in right now.
Right, because we again don't have a good warp because Bolero's out in ice and Minuet's out on Bolero. And we don't even have Eponas to run faster that way. It's a little bit awkward routing here.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like Sling Hats is just trying to head in the direction of something. Really isn't sure where to go right now. I guess that, well, we know one of those is Dodongo's cavern. Never mind, it's crossed out. Ice? Yeah, saying to go to ice. Yeah, that's a rough call to make right in the middle. How to best route in this most efficiently.
Yeah, I mean, you could just run up into the Lost Woods here, get forest, and then dive over to ice. I would think at this point.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I would recommend too, because you have to do forest anyway. You have everything to do it, and there's not really an easier way to get up there. Whereas if you do it like this, then you're going to get the silvers, but that's not really. Then you're going to be all the way out there, and you still have all the dungeons. But I think at this point, as we said, they've kind of figured out the order of how this all was and kind of realized some of the mistakes that were made earlier. So sometimes it's hard to make a call late in a seed when you're just like, well, we got to do a lot, so let's just get it started.
Perhaps they just know that the other team is entering forest, and they're saving us. They don't want double forest on the stream like always.
How kind.
So we see first key, first skull,
and immediately got erased as well. So dare say that's going to be a pretty empty canvas by the end of this temple.
Yeah, Tiras has done just an absolute amazing job drawing everything.
Yeah, the drawing, the routing, the correct interpretation of the spoiler log. I mean, really the only I think extra checks that were done at any point by Felix were mostly just kind of in the in-between zone when there was a check that they could have done within, 10 or so seconds. Astounding all the way through. And this time is going to be pretty redonkulous. I think map chest, and then of course we know that that's saying that the song is Bolero, but
yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I think this is pretty reasonable considering that just the solid dots have been indicating a dungeon for them, so I feel like they can pretty well interpret that that's going to be Bolero of Fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ghost Strike makes a great point. You'd have to read through the entire log to realize that Requiem isn't actually required because of all the different pieces that you need for the key logic here. So Not an easy one to interpret by any means. This is beautiful. Happy little Link, taking a little nap.
Yep. Tyrus saying, I did my job. It's in your hands now. Finish us off.
As far as Tyrus is concerned, this seed was done an hour 20 in.
Yeah, that is true, Polly. We never got Bjorn sword or hammer on either side. So, fighting Ganon, we got nuts, we got, hook shot or bow. See what they choose to use. So yeah, what did we
They're
all?
going for the- Okay, maybe no. I'm trying to figure out what Slingats is doing here. Still not quite sure.
Perhaps going for the song. It's like
Went back to grab the extra. Yeah, because they only have one bottle, so.
Yo, I may think they want to do the Ice Keys party as well. Oh, here we go.
What were you about to say, Engel?
I was just gonna say, what did we all like the most about these drawings this week? Like last week or a couple weeks ago when we had the last one, we had like Fire Snack was a fan favorite, or the Angry Bomb Choose. What are we thinking all this week? The cute dead hand, sleepy
upside
Link,
down Link for sure.
upside down Link diving, the angry circles.
It's not often that I can't imagine it's often that you get to use the upside down Link more than once, but for this week, for whatever reason, we got to.
I'm a personal big fan of Upside Down Link. Either that or Cute Dead Hand were my favorite drawings this week.
Yeah, cute dead hand. I mean, that's just magic. Of all the things to make cute in the Zelda series, Dead Hand.
Yep. Yeah, the ice keys. Those were really well drawn too.
Heroes draw some pretty amazing keys. It's hard to get excited over keys, but they made a good job doing so. Oh, this is interesting. Why? Sling has did bomb jump for the rupee, but why is he not doing bomb jump for this?
You know, part of the trick, but maybe not all of it.
And now he's gonna do bomb jump. I don't understand. What was the point? Bolero, he does have to get magic still, so I think this was still fine to go get Bolero so we can get magic. But
yeah, they need to do Dodongo's Cavern as well, so they were going to have to head to the mountain.
are they going to interpret what that circled thing means, though?
Oh no.
It's just a black dot with an arrow, arrow next
the,
to it.
The hole definitely, and I mean, indicating maybe that it's the crater. I think Sling is gonna get this one.
I'm gonna say no on this one.
I think we're good here. We're gonna warp. We're gonna climb up. We're gonna get our.
But I'll bet you a month sub that he doesn't get this.
I'll take that bet.
Uh-oh, we got a bet.
Oh,
All right,
oh, he's going to the right place. What does this mean?
We'll see.
Oh. It means he has to climb all the way up the ladder. Oh, he's going there. He figured it out. He got it.
All right, GG, Mr. Dose.
EG.
We also have the nice little rush emote now. Reminds me of that old Fancy Pants Flash game from my youth. What a fun game that was.
But now, thinking about going into fire and then
There you go, 9.
getting the big
Thank you
X.
for the gift, though.
But now why are they going in the fire temple? Oh no. Oh.
Well, we just had the big X, big angry X, saying don't do it.
Alright, I really hope I gave someone that really ugly emote I got at the beginning of the stream. Let me see if I can find it.
You know, actually thinking on it now, perhaps if this seed had gone a different way at the start, being able to go all the way out to saving getting the silver gauntlets until later, and then using Bolero to warp and finish up what you needed to on the mountain is actually pretty ingenious, but of course, we know too little too late, and it's just kind of interesting how you see these different paths later on in the seed, and you think, oh, maybe that could have worked if the front half of it had gone a little different. Well, I now have a Milan emote, so all is well. Thank you, Titos.
Glad I could help you out. That doesn't look like it. That is very unfortunate. Oh yeah, this is definitely looking like sub 2 hours.
So interestingly, if you look at the time that also includes what the drawers got, I know it's 1:48:30 some right now, but actually on Felix's stream, it's 1:33:45 right now. So strictly when Felix started, it's certainly going to be sub 2 hours, and we'll see if it ends up being that total. Oh no! Phantom Ganon got away. There we go.
Oh, and we're falling. This is another little unfortunate thing here is doing this before ice. You don't see the bomb shoes. You don't have them to do the quick go mode strats. We got to run around the hard way and just waste a little more time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, at this point, the only reason that this might not go sub 2 is just because we still have to do the the treasure chest game. So evil.
Oh, we're getting some predictions in the drawing. Left, right, right, left, left. Get your predictions in chat.
Oh, there we go.
I am always for team right. R.
I'll go LLRLL.
I'm gonna go all right, then left on the last.
If Felix does not do one attempt at lensless treasure game, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
You gotta do what your drawer drew, right? You gotta try this.
Oh, we got a doggo coming with him.
All right, let's see what we got.
Oh, he's trying.
L. Team L, there you go.
All right.
I need another L. Come on.
Oh,
I'm out.
Oh,
two for two.
But
Two for two.
You didn't trust. Didn't trust.
I think there is someone in chat that is correct so far. 3 for 3.
I think there's a couple people in chat. Okay, we have left, right, left, right.
Hey, if this is left, then someone's gonna win. Oh, I was right.
Oh.
So close.
So we have left, right, right.
Jfresh and Kaysen were one off. And I think Albino Rhino was as well.
Oh, and the face became sad now.
Gonna use this as a reminder that I did a seed recently where getting that without the lens was legit a play because it had magic and I didn't know where the other magic. This will time me up and I don't care. Oh no, it didn't.
Self-promotion.
Self-promoting in the stream I'm commentating, SMH, dude.
Unbelievable.
Ban this 2-dose guy.
We have another rush.
Now we've got Lex drawing up Forest, Temple, Skull, Map Chest, Well, Bosky Chest, it looks like. So while team didn't get validated, had a little bit of struggle communicating the lab dive. Looks like they've got a good system in place for mapping out a dungeon here.
Yeah, I really liked how at this point just giant gold skull with cross means don't grab any skulls. Giant chest with cross means don't grab any chests. And that is the real fun of it, is slowly but surely identifying the shorthand that your partner is providing.
I think that's a good way to tell, like, to kind of remind partners as well, like, don't, like, get any unnecessary checks. Because I know when I did this, I was prone to just getting extra checks without even realizing it, because that was just... I believe we're getting the, which Ganon is this that we're getting on the left side here? Looks like the Link to the Past Ganon. I don't know.
Just the finger pointing to him. And of course, why not one more 6 setup from Felix?
Is that bacon? Kill pig, receive bacon.
I didn't even realize that was bacon. No. That is a business plan that I can get behind.
Alright, I guess it's technically touch pig, receive bacon.
I don't know how, but T-Ris has managed to make Ganon now look as though he belongs in a Studio Ghibli film.
We got the nice one cycle by Felix.
Looks like it's going to be just a touch over 2 hours here for their finishing time as a team, and Felix's time certainly under 150. We'll have the final time from Felix's start point for you once that gets done.
How are we going to end this fight? I don't know that we quite had 10 Deku Nuts. Gonna see some arrows, hook shot.
A little bit of everything. It's not often you get a freestyle Ganon fight.
Yep, only 5 nuts, so... Oh, and we missed one.
Uh-oh. about those arrows or the hook shot.
I've had quite a few seeds where even with the hammer I go it a little slower than that. That was very well done. Oh, okay. Very efficient.
I don't think rolling up Ganon's butt's very effective there, but you figured it out.
Yeah, you never know. Tried just about everything else.
Well, if you count the 15 minutes at the beginning there, I think they're just gonna miss sub 2.
Oh yeah, like it's just barely. They're at 159.50 on the restream right now.
Nice 2-hour seed. GG.
Yeah.
Or not. Okay, there we go.
Oh, come on, okay. And about 145.10 there for Felix just on the runner time.
Yeah, GG's Felix and T-Wrist. Very well run, very well drawn.
Yeah, I think that's going to end up being the gold standard. I mean, even if there are other seeds and other times that are faster, I think that given all the potential pitfalls that there were in that seed from a spoiler log standpoint, from some not necessarily super out of the way, but some trickier things to convey from a routing standpoint in the early game, and of course from an execution side from Felix, pretty remarkable all the way through. Real joy to watch.
So what does Didn't Get Validated have left here after Forest Temple? So they gotta go to Spirit, and I think that's it?
Yeah, Spirit and then pick up the light arrows, I think.
I don't think they have the lens yet, though.
They do.
They did grab it?
It was on the king. So.
Oh, that's right. They
So
finished
yeah,
that.
let's get out to Spirit and then get your light arrows.
Well, welcome, and congratulations on your almost sub 2.
On your almost sub 2, yep. 10 fucking seconds.
There's a drawing in there that you can blame on Tiras that prevented you from getting the sub 2.
Oh, I can't blame that on Tiras, absolutely not.
She had some great drawings today.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Tiras.
Hello, hello.
There they are. Uh-oh. We had something unfortunate happen on stream. Slingats forgot to defeat the Skaludas in the... Or not Skaluda. Alphos in the first room and had to jump into the pit.
Oh no.
Fortunate.
Oh, and Forest. Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made sure to do that because I've done that like several times before.
Yeah, at that
And that's-
point I was like, where's Furores? And it's somewhere so far away.
And that's something easy to forget in these because you're like routing out to skip all these checks, and then but you have to do that one otherwise you can't advance.
Yep.
Well, wait, unless I mean technically you have the hover, so you could do the skip, I guess. Well, no, because you need the bow chest,
Mm.
so you can't do that. So They have to
Yeah.
take the walk of shame all the way back.
There's that very beginning. Like, I think you were drawing and you had the boomerang, and like you were drawing a chicken. You drew a chicken next to it, and I was like, "Oh, chicken does the ring. Okay, let me just go
Yeah.
get chickens right now." Like, just no, what are you doing?
Big X. No, go back.
It's like, don't do chickens.
So a
Uh,
question for both of you here. So at the start, your opponents, they I think misinterpreted some of the spirit logic and actually were sort of gearing themselves towards an all dungeon run. They ended up
Okay.
getting the Goron tunic as well as the hover boots. So I mean, was that ever, when you guys were going through that, was that ever like something that had crossed your mind, or were you able to identify pretty quickly that it wasn't going to need all dungeons or Requiem?
That's gotta be more on Tyrus' side to answer that, because
Yeah.
all I know is I had the keys to do it, and
Yeah, I gave you, I think, extra keys when I was going through the spirit keys because I'm like, I don't know which ones you're gonna grab first. Just go for whichever ones are easiest. But I mean, I saw that Requiem was on OT, but I knew that you'd be getting long shot before then, so I'm like, nah, you'll be able to cross. You don't need any of that. Same
yeah,
thing
and
with
the horse was at the horse was at Requiem too, so that could have been really bad if Longshot was anywhere past that.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much Rudos, I think, locked most of everything because Jabu was loaded. So I'm like, okay, get your Rudos, get your long shot. Like that's the biggest thing you got to do here.
Yep. Where was the bomb bag? Where were you trying to gear me towards?
Oh, that was
I got so
the
confused.
gold Skulltula behind the carpenter tent.
Oh.
Yeah, super out of the way. When you grab the choose and just left, I'm like, oh, you know what? Choose work. You'll be fine. Don't
Yeah,
actually need
especially-
a bomb bag.
Yep. I think I still finished on like 4 chews. So when I saw the tent back in the front, I was like, you know what? That's enough explosives for the entire run. Assuming the water
Yeah.
decay and spirit's nice.
Yeah, we
Oh.
picked up on the restream that was the carpenter tent being hinted at for logical bomb bag.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
there
and
was
then Felix,
no other
you
good bomb
just
bags.
Felix, you just went to ice first to get the silvers, and it's like, oh, there's choose here.
Yeah, because I got so confused what you were trying to hint me with the bomb bags. I'm just like, you know what? Let me go get strength 2. I'll sort out whatever that is afterwards. Like, let me do what I understand first.
So a
I tried
little
to add to it with a
misunderstanding.
waterfall. I'm like, come on, it's the valley.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the little misunderstanding became really fortuitous in just saving a bit of time there.
Yep. With the 10
Yeah,
bomb
after you
2
grabbed
pack.
the choose, I just erased that. I'm like, you don't need the bomb bag anymore. You're good.
Yeah, we
Although
love
to
the
be
little
fair, it was
shrug guy.
kind of on the way to GTG, so it wasn't too bad, but it did save a
Yeah,
little bit of time.
if I didn't have explosives, I would have grabbed the bomb bag on the way to spirit.
And actually, funny enough, so the crate I don't need to tell you this, Titus, obviously, but the crate is what held hovers. So that was actually where it was a pretty standard 3-song opening for you all. They actually went to GV to get the hovers first because I think they still mistakenly believed it was all dungeons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got the hovers and set up the scarecrow super early because, well, we knew the scarecrow was needed.
Yeah, the
But-
scarecrow is needed because longshot and adult fishing, and like you were not getting explosives anywhere. You probably
Felix,
could
what was
go
your
around,
favorite-
but
What was
ahead.
your favorite drawing, Felix?
Favorite drawing was probably the when I realized it was Lens on King Dodongo, and then like right after Tyrus just starts drawing, I think is like just light arrows. I'm like, are you serious? Light arrows on fucking chess game, like, oh my god, I have to
Classic.
write that in. At least the lens was not too terrible.
Yeah.
Right. Cute Dead Hand was a crowd favorite for sure.
Oh yeah,
Ah, yes, for the scale.
that was a good one actually. I was kind of confused
you.
why we picked up Dins, but I'm guessing it's the
For
spirit.
key logic and spirit, yeah. It was in
Okay.
the way of the hero, so
Yeah, and I'm
threw it
guessing
in
fire
there.
arrows were not in the greatest place.
I don't even know what
This would have
fire
been a brutal seed if we did this solo.
Oh yeah.
Hate those
That's-
misleading way of the heroes.
Okay, so actually you could have gotten fire arrows in the spirit temple. It was with the near Fort Armos chest.
Oh, okay.
But hey, Dins was along the way in Jabu, so may as well.
Yeah. Since was just so easy to grab. Kind of sad I missed the sub 2 though.
So close.
Yep. It's hard, man, on 4 hearts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at one point I'm like, if you want double defense, it's over in frickin' Composer Grave.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what you were
both-
hinted at.
Both sides actually hinted at that double defense, and no one picked it up.
See, I
Yeah,
considered, like, I could have picked it up when I did the Composer Grave for Song of Time, I think.
Yeah, you could have gotten it, I think, then, but you know, you guys are too good for needing extra help, right? If it was
Yeah,
me, I'd have
towards
been
the-
like, "Yep, grabbing it." But
Absolutely grabbing it. Yeah, the
Towards
Iron
the
Knuckle
end,
is probably the
too.
most scary fight in there.
Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, where's the hammer? Because hammer would have made Ganon a little bit easier, but that was not going to happen.
Yep, long
yeah,
shot
where
Ganon.
was the hammer? Since we don't have the logs ourselves here.
Hammer was Gerudo Valley Gold Skulltula Bean Patch.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Yeah, so that was not going to happen.
Yep.
Like, I mean, maybe if you were going to get hovers and not with what you were doing.
And
That
then I
slingshot
think
on Richard made some work. It's like, oh yeah, dog, slingshot. I'm like, okay, sure.
you were pretty much already doing it, so I'm like, all right, may as well grab it.
Yep.
I think, what was it, Big Goron Sword was the Goron City Scrub.
Oh.
So that also wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. I don't think I ever was on the way for that. The songs ended up lining up so nicely though, except for Requiem.
Yeah, which was on AD.
Yep, going to Ice Cavern for Bolero, which leads to Minuet, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about how convenient that was, that you were able to just kind of route everything left that you wanted to do on the mountain right after getting silvers. And from
Yep.
there, you even got an easy ticket to Forest Temple.
Like, this seat is super nice if you go Ice Cavern. And Jabu, just, you have to get the letter earlier, you get screwed.
Hey,
Just rush ice.
Yeah.
Nine's commentating you rush ice. It's his own. You gotta-
Always ice, every
Mm.
time.
Yeah, I saw you starting to draw the ice keys, I'm like, oh my god, seriously, there's something in ice. God. Like, alright, which check is it?
Map chest.
Mm.
And then convenient shoes along the way.
Yeah. I think there's one moment where you confused me in spirit because you drew the ZL logo, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, you put a skull and a ZL logo, and I just got so confused.
Yeah, the skull was meant to be the one outside of the Silver Gauntlets chest, like right before the Iron Knuckle. That was also a key. Because I don't know why I thought you were going to go up child side for some reason. And then I
Okay.
saw you going back up adult. I'm like, oh wait, you could just long shot across. You don't need that one.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's one of the first times I've done long shot Ganon. That's fun.
That was awesome. Only 5 nuts.
Yep. Because I used the nuts on the Zalphos. Yeah, that was a fun scene. I love doing these.
Yeah, that was very fun to A, watch, and B, draw for.
Yeah, we certainly loved watching this one. I guess again, I'm a little sad. 2 in a row now we've had Cal Sanity on and didn't come up.
And
so
no cows. Not a single cow had anything.
if I had one complaint, I'm gonna put it on no cows 2 seeds in a row. But
One day it'll come up. Link's house cow is going to be the first bomb bag. There's no bomb
yeah.
trees available.
Well, Engel,
Yikes.
now you're gonna ask for it too much, and it's gonna go the other way. Cows are gonna have everything.
Yep.
We can fix that by just having Star make the seed. Bam, done. Or whoever made yesterday's NA weekly seed. That was whoever made that one should make this one.
It was fine.
Yeah, no, we don't need a Jason seed for this.
No thanks. Hard pass.
So I guess there were some people in chat who had expressed interest in doing one of these, and I know that our little group has started to do these more too. Tyrus, do you have any suggestions or tips for people who, outside of being good at drawing, because we don't all have that luxury, but like, I mean, what particularly do you look for in these when you're looking for routing? Is there a particular strategy that you go for when you're looking at it, or did you just kind of wing it and the seed helped you along as you went?
I think the beginning was probably the most critical part, finding what opens up the seed. I did actually look for, explosives. All of the chews, other than the icy waters one, were in really bad locations. But yeah, I went through, looked at you're starting as child, so I'm going through child checks. I know that you have to go through DC, so find money for, sticks or a shield, all that sort of stuff. Rudo's was in there, and again, you have to go drop that off. Like, it was all, again, the beginning stuff was probably the most important, and then everything else kind of starts to fall into place.
I think that that's a good way to look at it, is trying to identify the critical piece that opens the seed. So that's great advice from a champ.
GG's.
And also be able to draw Ganon at the end of the seed. That's the most critical part.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love at the end you're just like drawing the stick figure, like just drawing the stick figure running. I'm just like, yeah, I'm rushing.
Go,
I'm
go, go.
trying. Like
Y'all like my ZSR sleep during Forest Temple? That was probably my favorite part.
Yeah, we weren't certain if it was like if it was that because it's Forest Temple, or if you were just like, yeah, I'm done. I got nothing else to do here. I guess it could
I mean,
do
for
double
that point,
duty.
it was go mode. Yeah, it was pretty much both at that point.
But yeah, I started Forest and I saw you beginning to draw the you began to draw the ZSR sleep. I was like, oh my god. Okay. Like I know you're not gonna have much to do because you've already drawn everything, but please stay with me.
Hey, drawing it gave me something to do while you were blasting through Forest.
Yep. Ooh, Forest as a go mode dungeon is actually really fun.
Especially when you know where all the keys are.
Oh yeah.
Any predictions for this treasure game that's happening on stream right now? Team right all the way. Let's see it.
Yeah, 2 out of 5 for me.
There were 3 people in the chat that got 4 of the 5 right.
Oh damn.
Damn.
It's actually gonna be team 4, right? Oh.
2 rights and a left. Another right. And I got at least 3 of these right. Maybe there'll be a 4th right. Right, left was the correct one for this. And light arrows. Oh my god,
Who would've
I
thought lights
love
would be there?
I love the Colossus drawing on here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Or not the Colossus, the thing inside the whatever that thing is inside a sphere temple.
And statue.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
It is really nice being on the runner side and just seeing everything that the drawer lays out, and you're just like, oh god, okay, I need to route all of this now, and keep trying to focus on the game.
There's some parts where you were trying to think about how Tiras wanted it routed, or did you just did you prefer it where you like Tiras drew a bunch of stuff on the screen and then routed out yourself?
I think I prefer having like seeing what everything I have to me, like seeing what everything's available, and then just routing it myself. So like in this case, I see the magic on Crater Grotto, but I see the bomb bags all the way over, and I didn't know where the bomb bag was, so it was just like I couldn't route certain things, and then but when there was a lot of things on screen, I could actually just form a good route around everything, and that was usually the greatest thing.
Yeah, I had the adult fishing long shot up for a while, and I was like, why aren't you getting that? You gotta go get your bomb bag. But again, the way you routed ended up working because you didn't need the bomb bag, and you only really needed that long shot for water.
Yeah, if I had understood that you meant the fortress skull had the bomb bag, I probably would have picked up long shot earlier. Just I really didn't want to walk all the way to lake just to pick up a long shot. If I
Which is
wasn't gonna,
completely fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
Serenade
then-
actually came in really clutch.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Serenade off of beating Dodongos, just even more fortuitous to just end up routing it that way. Yeah, we weren't sure if like all the drawings at once would be like a sensory overload, and like perhaps that leads to some confusion in ordering. If like we saw the Anju's chickens was like, maybe you're not sure if it's adult or child because you're fighting through Deku Tree and suddenly there's 5 drawings up there. But yeah, you
Yeah,
guys interpreted everything well.
at that point earlier on, I was trying to keep it kind of separate between child checks and adult checks. So I was like, okay, adult checks on the right side, child checks on the left side.
Yeah, I pretty much know this. Like, I thought you were making some kind of chronology, like just okay, start with the things on the left and then go to the right afterwards, and then that's where that just broke, and I got confused about the bomb bag, and then just like fudge, where do I go? Okay, let's do chop fishing because I think that's what it's hinting. Like, and then you circle the ocarina. I'm like, this is not
Yep.
chop fishing.
Yeah, I saw you heading for. I'm like, nope, 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 adult.
Adult.
Yeah, otherwise it didn't seem like there was too many miscommunications.
Yeah, like it'll inevitably happen that there are some miscommunications, but mitigating those is a great way of just getting through the seed.
Yeah, no, the big miscommunication I think today was on the other side, where Lex wanted the diving in the lab check.
Oh, for Mirror Shield.
Yeah, and I buy Slingshot's just kind of like went up to get the bomb bag and then like left it, and then there's like these giant angry circles and X's like, please go back, please.
Yeah, the seed had you getting the gold scale from DMT Fairy, but I'm like, you got irons and a hook, you're good.
Yep.
We don't need that. All right, friends, you got anything else for me? Because I gotta go get something to eat.
I think we're good on that end. GG's, well drawn. Thank you for joining us.
GGs. Thank
Yeah,
you
well
for the
played,
race.
Pyrrhus. That was awesome.
Well played. Yeah, it was fun watching you go through everything. Definitely got to do this again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to see more of those amazing drawings and running. So again, yeah, thanks for joining us.
All
No
right,
problem.
thank you. GG's and have a good afternoon.
Have a good one.
And hey, it's Zopar raiding with a party here as we are wrapping up our Pictionary race. We just talked with Felix and Tiris as they won just about a 2-hour time there. And yeah, we got Felix and I buy slingshots. I'm sorry, we got Lex and I buy slingshots finishing up Spirit here. Their last dungeon, and they'll be finishing the seed as well. Lex drawn out all the checks we need in Spirit for keys here. But yeah, for those joining us now, I would say be sure to check the VOD for some of these earlier lovely drawings we've had throughout this race. And here we see we're going to get the first small key on the skull here on adult side. Yeah, cute dead hand earlier. Some lovely ice keys. The old ZSR Sleepy Link. A lot of great stuff. Lex. Here again, highlighting, don't get the rupees, just get the skull here. 1 key down, 2 to go. Plus your boss key. Can be done with this dungeon pretty quick. And again, while we're running through Spirit, for anyone joining, if you would like to participate in one of these fun Pictionary races, be sure to join the Silvers Discord to get updates on when the next one of these is going to be. We've been kind of doing them every couple weeks. So signups will be in the Discord for anyone to join in.
You've established yourself as something of a savant at these, Engel. At least the commentary of it.
Well, I guess 2 commentaries in a row for these. Maybe next time we can get you on the drawing end, though, Nine, huh?
Oh, well, I have done a drawing one time, and I have done a playing. So, it's yeah, I'd be down. My stick figures are ready to go, and I'd like to think I can get the right on some of the checks. Although I don't know. There's some of these now. Some of these scrubs, some of these cows. I know we didn't really see either of those today, but there's some of them I really would not be able to draw out or indicate.
Yeah, certainly some awkward spots to have to draw when we turn on a lot of the checks. 'Cause again, for those joining, this was basically the old Season 3 style settings, but with the addition of Cow Sanity, all Token Sanity, and affordable scrubs. We see Lex has directed us to the skull outside of the Silver Gauntlets chest, and then the Silver Gauntlets chest for the last couple keys here, it looks like.
Yeah, very fortunate that they got that DINs connected, because the worst feeling is to be in this room as an adult, knowing that you've routed in getting DINs, and then run out of magic right in the middle. Horrible feeling.
Yeah, we'd have to resort to doing some backflip bow shooting, perhaps. But
Okay, still in one-shot range here.
we're not getting the skull. We need some angry circles on the skull. There's an arrow. There's the angry arrow. Oh, there's the death.
Oh no!
Ooh, we got hit again.
No.
Alright, we got some health back. We're good. We're not good.
I think I'm a little ahead of you here. This is tragic. Oh, we have to go up that way too. There's no way around it.
Well, we could go the other.
Do we have enough keys to go child side?
I forget where the other team got the other key. Because I remember them going the other way and long shotting across. But
Yeah, I think T-Rex said that it was just a matter of putting everything they can.
we just got the most angry arrow I have ever seen in one of these.
That's the largest the brush size goes! Oh no, they're gonna go for this skull.
But this isn't the skull. That's not the one.
Oh.
Well, it's health. I mean, I guess you could take it for the.
Sling is just gonna be so confused right now. Like, what skull do you want me to do?
Now
sure,
we're going
I'll go
for
back
the
into
child climb
Come
skull. Oh, but yeah, see now also there's no magic, so well, do we know the bow backflip?
Oh. We may get our all dungeon seed yet, Engel.
Oh no. We just need magic at the worst.
Farm magic, yeah.
No, this main room here, these pots are like always empty. You'd have to go to like, I guess you could go back to the beginning of the dungeon, the entrance.
Coming up here, so they might not have realized that.
Well, I guess we already got this chest and it wasn't anything.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's not the door. Okay, okay.
Yeah, we pulled the block, so actually we're fine.
Yeah, the fight, unfortunately.
We just needed to realize this was the skull.
Okay. And now the fight itself.
The key was figuring out what skull we wanted.
Yeah, this is how my Iron Knuckle fights usually look.
We're gonna play it safe this time.
And there's our boss key. And onward we go.
And what do we have here? The hand with the lullaby symbol. We want the chest above it.
Seems pretty steady.
Yeah, so this is, I think, what Felix and Tiris grabbed to just go up the other way and long shot across.
Yeah.
There we go. Last key we needed. Just a matter of finishing off Twinrova and then finishing off the dwarf.
Be interesting to see how this Ganon fight goes. Our last one went so smoothly despite not having all the resources you'd usually like to have for a Ganon fight.
Yeah, no hammer, no big Oron sword. We learned they're both in very awful spots, so not sure how many Deku nuts we have left on this side. Might see more hookshot strats. And also, for anyone, just joining us recently, we do have more coming up later this week. Wednesday, 2 Eastern. We got more Season 4 qualifier action. Gonna be restreamed right here if you'd like to watch.
Do we happen to know who is getting restreamed? By any chance?
I don't think we know at this point. Probably see who joins the race. But the way the first 2 seeds went this weekend, it's sure gonna be I think entertaining. See if we get another crazy seed with 50 skulls or crazy bow locations.
A little bit of everything on some of these seeds. And on the Silver Gauntlets note as well, I know Nightbot just stuck it in the chat, but if you do want to support all the great work that everybody at Silver Gauntlets does, there's always a volunteer sheet. Any sort of event like this, or it all comes together because of the passion of fans who are willing to volunteer their time. So Hell Knight does a great job. Everybody else involved with this does a great job. And if you want to help contribute to that, there's always room.
Yeah, join us on commentary or help do the tracking, or, you know, for these Pictionaries, join up and race them. You could be shown on the stream, showing off your wonderful drawing skills.
It's going to be hard to top tierists, but clearly, you know, some of the drawings today have shown that it's not always about sheer quality. Sometimes it's about spirit. I mean, upside down diving Link, that will stick out to me forever. Diving Link.
Diving Link, giant angry red arrows.
And the world's largest cuckoo. I'd almost forgotten about that.
Ah, yes. The chicken the size of Anju.
Bigger than Anju, dwarfed Anju by a good 3 or 4 feet.
Twin Rova never cooperating. Got the nice matching Triforces here to end on.
I wonder, given that Tyrus did write GG, is that a disqualification? Can we confirm?
Ooh, geez. Technicality here. Not allowed to write, any words or letters.
I do think it was written after the seed had already been finished, so I suppose...
We'll let it slide.
No,
Lifelong ban. Wow.
Hell Knight stepping in with the executive decision. I like it. Very decisive. Oh,
Poor Tyrus.
A lot can be interpreted from GG here, so it was clever, but I think we've snuffed it out. Gold gauntlets necessary to get the Triforce. That easy. At least I went out with a win.
All right, we got all 6 medallions here. We already picked up our light arrows. Tolerated this one time. Wow. The leniency.
A merciful ruler is.
We're gonna need some more cute dead hand drawings though, you know, to make up for it, I think.
It's really a mascot for for Pictionary Zooters. Cute dead hand.
You know,
They said
cute
it couldn't be
dead-handed
done.
Angry Bomb Chew from last time. Uh-oh. I'm seeing we're getting some GGs written on Lex's side.
Oh, Lex heard that it was tolerated this one time, so really pushing it here. Like the rules clearly state no letters. Oh, we have a poll up. It was cuter. The red snake or the cute dead hand? Ooh.
It's tough.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really tough. Panda had some really nice drawings too earlier. Ah.
Oh, this is tough. I've got to go cute dead hand. It's difficult, but it's dead hand. There was in the Ocarina of Time manga there was little Volvagia, and that was cute Volvagia. So technically a cute and funny small Volvagia has been done, but I have never seen dead hand be made. Like I would buy a plushie of that dead hand. That's how cute it was.
Nope. And we're getting hit by the knuckles again.
So scary in these settings.
Hey, you know, both drawers showed us where double defense was.
It's true. And I actually thought both drawers did a pretty good job of it too. With all of the questionable in-between drawings that you could have, I thought that both of them did a pretty good job. Of course, if you don't know flame storage, it's a little harder to route the first time through, but...
Yeah, but it's better than the other week where we weren't drawing any extra hearts or any double defense or of the sort. It was just trust your runner with 3 hearts all the way. So, a little more compassionate this week. With the, hey, at least, you know, here's where you could find it if you really wanted. Still up to you if you want to get it.
Yeah, a lot of times you look at it, and actually Tyrus was talking earlier about how, Hammer was nowhere that they could really route in. There certainly wasn't going to be any big Goron, so that's part of the deal too.
Can we get the one cycle
Oh,
here?
better hope.
No, we're gonna have to go get some magic below. Well, we're playing tennis, but I don't think that's enough magic, right?
This is one of the longer games of tennis I've seen.
This is an impressive amount of volleys here.
The gentleman's game right here.
I haven't seen this many in forever.
This has to be a bottle thing, right?
Oh, there we go. And yep, not enough magic.
After all that.
After all that, you shoot the air and you're like, uh-oh.
At least they still have the long shot equipped.
Yeah, there's our magic. Go back up.
15 love for Link. Ganon to serve. You are correct, Sonic Arpika. That would make it love 15. Love 30 now.
Oh, Ganon with the fist, though. I think it's 15-30 now. All right.
All right, 1540. Match point for Link.
Game, set, match, huh?
All right. Slingat finally about to pull this through. You can see here, everybody, that provided this fight goes smoothly, this should comfortably be under 3 hours. Not a bad time at all. I think, you know, we've talked about it quite a bit, just how well this was played from the very beginning by Pepega Hands, but Let's Cheer On didn't get validated. Did they get validated this seed? I don't think they did.
No, we didn't route that one in this time. We should have, you know.
Well, I guess they couldn't have because that would have gone against their name. If they got the green rupee, they would have had to stop.
All right, we only 3 Deku Nuts as we realize we're... What are we going to use here? We're going with bombs, no? Oh, maybe the arrows? Yep. Alright, we're working the arrows into a rhythm now. It's always weird when you get here with no hammer or Bigoron sword. Because, you know, solo seed, like, that's so rare to happen that it's just so awkward to try and fight like this. And we're getting our safety fairy. Alright, phase 1 down. Get her sword back. Wrap this one up. Get your GGs ready.
Got mine ready. Just have to hit the enter button.
All right, we're gonna end after this, so yeah, get your GGs ready and then get ready for a nice raid, huh?
And down goes the big bad.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone, for hanging out with us today, watching a lovely Pictionary race. And we hope to see you all back here Wednesday, 2 Eastern, more Season 4 qualifier action. And probably some more Pictionary in a couple weeks, huh?